Hey everybody! I'm about to begin week 2 of my 2-week prep session prior to my 30 days of eating local. This is expert week, so that's really exciting. And even more exciting is my plans are finally starting to fall into place. Today I got a hold of a pasta maker. I know. It's so exciting because this way I can take the flour that I get and make 100% made from all local ingredients pasta right here in my house. So I'm hoping it can make mac and cheese. If not, I'll settle for pretty much any kind of pasta, but I'm hoping it can make some mac and cheese because that would be really awesome. I make an excellent mac and cheese buffalo chicken casserole. Although, to be fair, I have no idea how to make buffalo chicken sauce. So, maybe I won't. In other news, I have been getting some tips from people who are following along with the series about some places that I can go to get some of the local items I need. Among those local providers, Native Seed Search for beans, Hayden Flour Mills for my flour. Apparently the U of A farm actually sells meat, so I can go there and get some local meat here in town. And then, of course, the Conspiracy Food Co-op and Time Market are both good spots for getting local produce, in addition to going to the farmers markets and buying direct from farmers themselves. It sounds like these are some other options that I can use to get a hold of some of the food that I'm going to need to cook. Of course, I'm going to be working on a little bit more of a schedule than that. My first week, I'm going to be working from a Tucson CSA share. My second week, I'm going to be working from a farm box. My third week, I'm going to be working from shopping at the farmer's market. And my fourth week, I'm going to be working from shopping in the grocery store. While I'll probably end up mixing and matching throughout that and, shopping wherever I need to make sure that we have the food we need to keep our house running, that's the basic outline. And so those will be my primary food providers during those weeks. Some things I'm still wondering about. Today I was thinking about the question of butter. I don't know if I'm going to be able to buy butter or if I'm going to have to make butter. The good news is I have some experience making butter, also known as the unfortunate whipped cream incident that happens pretty much every time I put whipped cream into my KitchenAid. If I can find a source for local butter, that would be really cool. But then, of course, we come up against the age-old question of do they use local salt, which is pretty much always going to be no, I suspect. The other question I have is if I have any options for food on the go. Obviously, there's some restaurants that have more focus on having local ingredients be used, but they don't tend to use local seasonings 100%. And if we're getting down to 100% local seasonings is kind of mandatory. So I'm starting to think that I'm probably going to need to come up with some of those clever recipes that I can just make in advance and take with me. Relating to last night's blog, perhaps I need to make myself some homemade versions of frozen burritos so I can just toss those in my bag and get out the door. If you have any ideas for recipes that can be easy to assemble in advance and easy to reheat or prepare afterwards, shoot them to me. Tweet those recipes, suggestions, any other ideas, questions, comments, etc. to the Edible Baja AZ account on Twitter, or you can always shoot me a comment down on the YouTube or in my Tumblr. So I did mention that it is Expert Week. With Expert Week means I need to have some experts. Right now, I've got plans in place to talk with Megan Kimball. I'm also going to be reading through both her book Unprocessed and Gary Nabhan's book Coming Home to Eat. And I'm going to be talking a little bit about what I'm learning in those chapters. So I'm starting those books tomorrow. And then I'm going to be talking with Megan Kimball in person and seeing if I can get any specific to me advice. So I'll be sure to let y'all know about all that. I'm also going to be talking with Philippe over at the Tucson CSA, seeing if he can give me any helpful tips and tricks for how to make my CSA share week work the best, or just in general, some stuff about eating local and where I can get what I need to get. It feels good to start to realize that I have some plans in place. Not perfectly. I still am pretty much making it up as I go, but It's no longer quite the mess of just complete confusion that I was when I first started thinking about this project, which is great. As I alert people that I'm going to be doing the eating local thing, people have been wishing me lots of luck, which is always great, and I've also been getting some helpful advice. So between those, I'm starting to feel more prepared, which is great for taking the edge off, since I have a week to set up my meal plan, my groceries, and read through 2 books, as well as continue doing these vlogs and blogs, etc. We'll see how it goes. I am committed to sticking to 100% local. I recognize that there may be occasions where I am not able to do so. If I do falter, I will make sure to document it here, because I think that honesty is important in a project like this. But I'm hoping that I can avoid messing up, or at least messing up too severely or too often. I'd really like this to work. I think that it would be really great to be able to say, like, well, yeah, you know, it was hard, but yes, you're able to eat local. Or even better, of course you can eat local, it's super easy. Regardless of where I come away from it with, as long as my answer is, yes, you can eat local, I'm going to feel like a big-time success. If I come away from it not feeling like you can eat local, I think that's going to raise some important questions. But I don't think that's going to happen. I think that we've got this. I just need to pay attention and use my resources wisely. Until next time, happy learning, happy eating, and good night.